Hello everyone, it's Christian here from ScaleForEtail. I had this question again today, and so I thought I would create a quick video to run through the way of managing the problem. The question that was asked is basically, how do I send new stock to FBA and keep it separate until the old stock has sold out? This is a very common problem that people have. There are many reasons why people sometimes want to do this. For example, if you've made a slight change to the packaging, if you've changed the instructions or something inside the packaging, so you want to know when the old version is sold out, and so when the customer is going to get the new one, and you want to be able to keep track of the difference and keep track of when which version is being sold. Now, if you just send in the new stock with the same labeling as the old stock, then you end up with a situation where you don't know which version the customer is going to get. I've seen some people online suggest that the way to deal with this is to wait until Amazon has sold out of your old stock and then send in the new stock. Then you obviously risk being out of stock for a period of time. But there's a better way to manage it, and the way to deal with it is by using FinSKUs. Now, not everybody understands FinSKUs, so hopefully this quick video will help to explain them. So on Amazon, there are a number of different identifiers. There is the ASIN. The ASIN is the product, so the product page. So a single product will have a single ASIN, and that ASIN defines where it is in the catalog, and people can then create listings against that ASIN. So you can create a listing which is linked to that ASIN, and unless you change your settings, by default Amazon will create a stickerless listing, an unstickered listing. And if you look at your listings and look at the FinSKU for those listings, you will see that the FinSKU FN SKU matches the ASIN. So in this example showing at the moment, the ASIN is B0012345667, and the FinSKU is also B0012345667. And this is what we call a stickerless ASIN. Now, the thing is, when the ASIN exists in the catalog, many different people can create listings against that ASIN. And if somebody else comes along and creates a listing, their listing will also be the same ASIN and the same FN SKU. Now this, the black box that we're showing here in the middle is what Amazon calls an inventory bin, and this is basically where Amazon stores stock. So when we both have a stickerless listing, my stock comes in and gets put into the bin, your stock comes in and is put into the bin, and when a customer order comes, Amazon just takes a unit out of that stock bin and doesn't really care who put it in. They just take one out and send it to the customer. So the way that people normally deal with this is that they create what we call a stickered listing, and stickered listings get their own stock bin, because Amazon stock, as the title says, Amazon stores stock based on the FN SKU, FinSKU. So if we create a new listing for this ASIN with a FinSKU, then the stock that we send in against that listing will go into the FinSKU bin, and any unstickered stock goes into the commingled bin in the middle. So by creating a stickered listing and just using the stickered listing and not using an unstickered listing, we then keep all of our stock separate from everybody else's stock, and therefore we always know that customers are getting our stock. Now, for private label sellers, this isn't normally an issue because other people are not sending stock in. But if you are a private label seller and you're not using stickers, then it's possible somebody else could create a listing against your ASIN, put a possibly the fake product, put a barcode on it, possibly a fake barcode, or an ASIN sticker, and send in the stock. That stock then gets commingled in your bin, and then you don't know whether the customer is going to get your stock or fake stock out of that bin. And so that is why often private label sellers are recommended to use stickered listings, even if they are the only sellers for the ASIN. Because that just means that your stock is always kept separate, and nobody else can work out the FinSKU sticker to send in fake stock, and even if they did, it wouldn't be linked to their account. So it makes it practically impossible for somebody to put the wrong stock into your bin. And so this is the way this is the normal process with sticker listings. However, you can create multiple SKUs for the same ASIN. So in this example, we've got this ASIN B0012345667. And what I've done here is I've created one listing with the SKU thing01A and another listing for the same ASIN with a different SKU. And you'll notice they both have different FN SKUs, FINSKUs, so that means Amazon has two separate stock bins for them. And that means that when I send in stock for the first listing, it will go into the bin on the left, and when I send in stock against the second listing, it will go into the bin on the right, or in the middle of the screen. What this means is that if this was my old version of the product, thing01A, then if I then create a new listing for the one with which I want to keep the stock separate, the slightly different packaging or the slightly different instructions or something, then I can create a new SKU against the same ASIN, a new listing, that will then give a different FINSKU, and then it will keep the stock of both of those separate. I can then price the new listing above the old one, and that means that Amazon will not offer it to customers until the old one has sold out. And by doing that, it then means that I always know which one the customer is going to get. I can also, pretty sure you can make the new one inactive and not available for sale until the old one has sold out, and then you can just turn on the new one. But if you just price it a couple of cents or pence above the old one, then it will just automatically turn on as soon as the old one sells out. So in summary here, if you have these two listings, you have one ASIN, B0012345667, but you have multiple listings against that ASIN with different SKUs, multiple SKUs, thing01A, thing01B, and because you've created different SKUs, it creates different FINSKUs, and that means you can then manage your stock with precision. Put my teeth in. So the next question obviously is, how do I create multiple listings for a single ASIN? And I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, so to create the extra listings for a single ASIN, what we do is we go to our Manage Inventory screen and search for the product we want to create the new listings for. So here I'm just using this as an example, and if you scroll across, you should see a FINSKU column which shows you the FN SKU for this product. If you don't see that column, then you click on Preferences up here and choose choose to add the FN SKU to the list of columns which are shown on the screen. So what we do then is we click on Edit. Your button may be on the right, on the left, but click on Edit, and then we go to Add another condition. Before we do that, just copy this SKU. Copy the copy the SKU from here, because we're just going to add a suffix to that when creating the new condition. So we go here and we go to add another condition. And here we get all the normal stuff from Amazon about it, but we just put in the new SKU. Just call it -B, for example. Give it a price. Say that it is new. And then we go to Save and Finish. Then on the next screen, this is the important bit. So we've got the SKU, we've got the title of the product. We choose here Amazon barcode, because we don't want to use manufacturer barcode means stickerless, so just using the UPC or EAN printed onto the product. Amazon barcode means use an X00 something FINSKU, so we choose Amazon barcode. Save and continue, and then we do our normal dangerous goods dance, which no, submit. Save and continue, and then that should create the new listing. It'll take us into shipping plan. We can create a shipping plan if we want to, but we do not have to do that now. We can do that later. I'm just going to pause the video for a second whilst the new listing. Just give it a minute to save, and then I'll go back to my inventory screen. 1 moment. Okay, so we're back, and so what's happened here is the new listing has been created with -B, and it's currently showing a blank FINSKU and an available stock. And the question is, why is it showing that? It's because when Amazon creates a new listing, first of all, it creates it as a merchant fulfilled listing, and then if you chose FBA, which we did in this case, it just takes a few minutes for Amazon to come through and change the listing from merchant fulfilled to FBA. And so again, I'll pause the video and unpause it in a minute when that has saved. Okay, and just to clarify, I didn't do anything, just had to wait a minute for the listing to update itself. And now you see we have two different listings. So we've got this original one and we've got the new one with the dash B. And you see over here that the original one has got the FBA on it, which is matching the ASIN. So this is the unstickered original listing we had. And this is the new one we created, which has the FBA. So this is the one with the X00 FBA. And so by sending this in with this FBA sticker on it, the stock will be kept separate. And there's nothing to stop you creating multiple ones. You just follow the process again, and you create a new stickered listing, and you create as many as you need. For example, every time you send in new stock. Okay, I hope that was useful. As mentioned at the beginning, my name is Christian. I'm part of the ScaleForEtail group in London. We organise events for sellers, Amazon sellers and e-commerce sellers. Some of them are more focused on digital marketing. Some of them are very much focused on Amazon. We hold these events roughly 2 months out of 3, and in the third month out of 3 we hold some kind of social event. But to see the next events, check out ScaleForEtail.com/events and join the community on Facebook.com/groups/ScaleForEtail. See you soon.